Okay, so today is April 11th, 2024. Started doing these recap videos a while ago, but I kind of lost track on them because it was hard to keep on my computer and stuff like that. So I decided that I'm going to start uploading them to YouTube. I'm going to try to get my mic working so the audio is a bit more clear, and I also want to get the webcam to work with the app I'm using right now. The webcam kind of takes up the whole screen, so I wouldn't be able to show what I want to show. So that's how I'm gonna figure that out another time because I'm short on time. Okay. So going into the morning on the weekly quarterly theory chart, which is on my 30-minute. You can see that here on ES we took out the previous day low right here, and over here on NQ we did not take out the previous day low. Same thing on YM, we wound up taking out the previous day low, which gives us a bullish SMT. After that, we went to the upside for PPI news. We also had a weekly bearish SMT because ES didn't take this high. Well, NQ did take the high, and we hit equilibrium of the price range. If you look over here, we also have a 30-minute unicorn. So that'd be these up close candles. That'd be your FVG, but I'm not going to mark it out just because it's big and it's hard to see price action if I marked it out. So that's your breaker block right there. Same thing on ES, we have one right there. Let's go into a smaller time frame just so you can see it a bit better. But that's your breaker block right there. Your last up close candle before the sweep of liquidity, sweeping all these lows. So in the morning, a market open, we opened up here. I had to go to an interview, so I wasn't able to trade the open. But my plan was to either look for an SMT between quarters to get some downside. But since I had to go to the interview, by the time I came back, we were already down here. And if you look at regular trading hours, this was the gap that we had. So you could have wrote it short, assuming that we were going to close the gap. But I was not there for that, so I wasn't able to take it. But basically, as you can see off this breaker block, we had a little bit of rejection off there. So I was basically looking for some type of SMT between the quarters at the breaker block to take to the upside. So when we go to the 5-minute chart, this is quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Looks like a AMDX model. So basically, as you can see on these quarters, let me copy paste this. I know that's over there. I know it's not. So basically 10:30 was the start of quarter 4. And as you can see over here, we had this low and we made a higher low over here. Same thing with ES, we made that higher low. And then I'm going to pull up that YM chart just because we just started using those to have a third confluence. So as you can see over here, let me move this so we can see it a bit better. So as you can see over here, on ES we made a higher low, and we see that YM made a lower low. So after that, with the bullish breaker block, there's a unicorn setup, and then we had SMT, bullish SMT between quarter 3 and 4. I wanted to try out longs. Let's go to the 1 minute too so we can see something right here, just so you guys could see like a lower time frame. So basically you can see over here that was our higher low right there, and then on NQ, or no, that's incorrect. That was our higher low right there. On YM we have that low right there. So at this point I was kind of looking for longs. We have this fair value gap. Realistically, if we wanted to push to the upside, I wanted to see us break through this fair value gap and get bull candles closing above it. So as you can see over here, we kind of made it inverse right there. Let's go into the 30-second. So this would be like the full 1 minute. But as you can see, we closed above it. And then another thing that Johnny says is when you're looking for a market maker buy model, you want to see that we start to form bullish fair value gaps inside that bear fair value gap, because that's kind of telling you that it's wants to change direction. So as you can see over here, we have this bearish FVG, and we made this fair value gap right there, and we also made these ones. You could look at this on the 30-second as a breaker block. So we wanted to see price hold over there, but basically I got in over here and I wrote it up a bit, but I took profits kind of early because I thought we were going to be bearish later in the day. After NQ took these highs right here, these equal highs, that's kind of when I hopped out the market, because I thought that was going to be a bearish SMT for us to go lower. But as you can see, we kind of just wanted to run for the day. So I kind of wish I held those positions, but I didn't. So all good as long as I made money. That was on my PA account. I made like 120 bucks or something like that. So pretty happy with that. And then I took one more trade in the afternoon. It was an L, but all good. I'll go over that one too. So basically here on NQ we had this high from yesterday, and we took the high earlier in the day, but ES did not. Then we wound up taking that high. Actually, did we take it by the time I took the trade? I took this trade like... No, we definitely took the high by the time I took the... Yeah, we took the high by the time I took the trade. But what I was looking for is, you can see on YM that high is right there, and we still didn't take it, but at the time of the trade I think we were like, no, we were in price like over here, but we didn't take the high on YM. We did wind up taking it on ES and NQ, and then when we go to quarters, oh, and then let me see this, and then over here, as you can see, we took this high because my trade was somewhere over here. So as you can see, we took this high. And then if we go to the quarterly theory, yeah, right there, we didn't wind up taking that high yet on YM. So I thought we'd reverse back down, but I was definitely wrong. And what I was looking for is so we have that weekly S&P was my first confluence. My second one was we took the high, as you can see, like right there. It's very minor. And then on ES, we didn't wind up taking the high. Let me go to a different time frame so you can see it a bit better. But yeah, right here. Toss. So as you can see, this high right here, we took that on MQ, but on ES, we didn't want him taking it, and same thing with YM. And another thing I was kind of looking at is like we had like this fair value gap right there, and after this candle closure beneath it, I also saw that we made this bearish fair value gap, so I was assuming that we were going to start selling off. I did get like a little bit of a move right there, but then it just came right back up to stop me out. I think what my problem was there is we had such a big expansion to the upside. Like, this is huge displacement to the upside. Like, I feel like it was kind of obvious that the draw was going to be higher, and I was planning on going for the previous day's lows and stuff like that. So honestly, after I saw that big of a move, this is it. As soon as I saw this big of a move, I should have been like, the draw most likely is going to be these highs up here, except for trying to short it down to here. And I think if I look back at it, there's probably some type of S&T between these quarters if I wanted to ride it higher. But at the time, that's what I thought. And it was super small risk for what I was going to get rewarded if it hit. So that's fine. But I definitely should have recognized what the draw was. I feel like that was my problem. But yeah.